Thank God it's Friday. Welcome to Celebrity Friday on Your View. I am Mariah Afolabi Brown. As always, I have my lovely co-host here with me. Hi, ladies.
Vanity. This vanity.
Oh,
this
terrible.
new.
It's infectious.
Yes.
Who caused this? Who infected me with this virus? And I'm like, admiring myself. How you guys doing, Jerry? You okay?
Mama, you ban me your swagger.
What the heck does that mean?
Oh,
It's a song.
it's just a pity.
Whose song is that?
See Ugo, see what Ugo is doing. Ugo is shooting you from head, from toe upwards, yes.
Abeg, let me congratulate my Oga Eddie Lawani, whose birthday it is today. Mr. Lawani, you know we love you very much. We just pray that God will continue to provide for you great health, great wealth, all your heart's desires. God will meet them. The much that you have invested in people that you don't know, God will invest as much in your own children. In
Amen.
Jesus Christ's name.
There can't be a better prayer. That's a good one.
So,
That's a good
what's
one.
up, Tokwe? How you doing?
I'm very good. I'm very, very bad with friendship. I know that
I'm worse. Trust me.
I don't nurture relationship, and I've had a friend that she's always come to my house. And yesterday after the show, I just called her and I spent the entire day with her, and it was really fun. I feel that I need to do it more. There's no excuse. It's easy to say, oh, my friends understand, they like me, but maybe I should just try.
How do you feel about me?
We are alike. So I don't complain because I know that I do it. I don't expect. So, but
I don't know how who is managing me though. I'm terrible.
you know, you
It's just like, you know what? Whenever I see you, I see you.
And the discussion was on parenting. This is the major topic everywhere now. How to be a better parent. How to be a better parent.
You need to do a proper seminar, which we need to, honestly, because you're really passionate about this parenting matter.
Yes, so we are trying our best.
Do something so that we can support you, you know?
No, wahala. It's in the oven.
Yeah. What's up? How you doing?
I'm fine. I love my scarf today. I think I
Like
look very pretty.
You look like your sister. It's like, as I'm seeing your face, it's just like I'm seeing your younger sister.
I look very pretty this morning. My dear, see, let me tell you something. Always tell yourself that you're pretty. Always tell yourself you're the best. Always tell yourself that this is who you are. Because nobody else will do it better. And what you say would eventually rub off on people. So keep up the good work.
Why you are saying this, please be reading books, eh? Don't be an empty case.
Nobody's
loaded. Like, that's it. What you should put out there is that you have also loaded yourself internally, so that they don't just think that, oh, she's saying she's beautiful. She's reading. This year alone,
I've gone to different schools this year.
We have the news mention. This year, Vlisco celebrates their 170th anniversary. In the mood of celebration, they've decided to pick African women across Africa to project their brand, and that's the logo. They're 170 years, and they actually decided to sponsor Your View for the next 13 weeks, a segment of Your View. So we'll be talking about Vlisco for the next 13 weeks going forward. Hopefully we get Ankaras very soon. But those are the images of the material, and certainly they are going to be our partners.
What is particular about them is that they have new designs out for the festive, to celebrate their 170th. So they have festive colors.
because they're usually more muted colors.
Yeah.
They're like
so very festive colors that people would enjoy, that you can do into anything. Patterned skirts, you know, lovely.
That's
lovely.
nice. So we'll be waiting for our own Vlisco, so that we can do the patterning on it. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll review the papers. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Welcome back. We're starting with the Punch. Rescue our girls or resign. Chibok parents tell Buhari, we've not given up on Chibok girls since presidency. Picture here, IDPs protest poor feeding and block Borno highway. Foster mother cages girl inside bush for 5 months. I read that story. 5 rescued from Abia baby factory. Man burns daughter's eyes and private parts with iron.
That story.
Nigeria has what it takes to be great, says Oshibajo. Monthly allocation to federal government, state, local government drops by 115 billion naira. respond positively to Niger Delta militants. Shoyinka tells federal government Nigeria loses 11 billion naira daily as oil exports drop. 4 World Bank consultants die in Ekiti, both accident. Let's take the two human angle. Let's go with the iron first.
Mr. Surakat, a 30, how old? 34 or 35.
Yeah.
Who lives in Ikotun area in
Lagos,
Lagos. Sent his 5-year-old daughter with a potty to go and dispose of defecation into the latrine. On our way, she poured it on the floor. And the punishment was for him to go and carry hot iron, burn her face. She's gone blind on that eye. And her private parts. A neighbor who saw this reported it to the police and he has been arrested. Now, you see this thing about correcting children and not knowing where the limits are. That a child, 5-year-old, she pours poo on the floor. It's an error. Tell her to be more careful next time.
Your parenting campaign should go to these people, not the ones living in VI.
Definitely
We need to talk to these people because they need to understand. Let me give you the other story. Okay. The woman, a foster mother, I think the mother of the girl died because of HIV. They had a pretty girl. They locked her up in a cage in the bush. Why? Because they feared that she's HIV positive. And so they give her food like she's a
dog.
They put her like she's a dog. Give her the bread, the water, and they come back again in the evening, give her, and that's how she's been. They saw her, she's also very misfed, obviously. Malnutrition.
Kwashoko.
Yeah, but she's so pretty girl. These are parents.
This one is totally ignorant.
No, this is totally different from the first scenario. That first scenario, whenever you're upset, that is not the best time to discipline a child. No, even at all, because in anger you can do anything.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've learned to always say that the child should wait. I'm going to beat you for doing this. This was naughty, and then I wait till the anger is gone. Then I consciously beat, because at that time, with that emotion, you overdo whatever you're doing.
And interestingly, the other story, the nurses, when they now found the girl, they tested her. She was negative. And the woman said she didn't have enough money to take her to the hospital. She just assumed she had HIV.
Why did you even adopt her in the first place if you were not ready to take care of her? You'd have just said, you know what, I can't take care of you.
Attached to wickedness.
Yes. Moving on to the nation. 7.5 billion naira local car purchase loan scheme on the way. Picture here of the son dies, dad survives in the Ekiti Dam mishap. Soludo, how to revive economy. Kachuku, $40 billion down the drain in Niger Delta. Talking about 10 years of 40 billion being released to them. UBA declares 7.26 billion naira interim dividends for first half. And lawyers caught writing exam for law students. Interesting. In fact, which story? Do we take the dam story? The Ekiti?
Yeah.
The accident happened yesterday.
Very sad. Nigerians.
The consultants for World Bank.
4 Nigerians. They didn't use life jackets.
Oh, the other 3 were not Nigerians. They're Nigerians. All of them are Nigerians. Some of them are Nigerians.
But 4 of them didn't use life jackets.
Yes,
they didn't use life jacket and they died. I can imagine such a big, organization sending your people to come and do something, and you are the one that is supposed to do.
But they are consultants, though, so they.
I mean, that's why you should be the one to know that safety first when you're going on this kind of assignment.
Okay.
The 7.5 billion naira car loan, yes. The idea is that if you're buying Nigerian assembled cars, because we made a policy that we should start assembling cars in Nigeria. The companies that assemble cars are complaining that they're not selling, so they can't meet up, and they don't want them to shut down. So to encourage that industry, there will be loan available to buy locally assembled Nigerian cars.
Good idea.
That's what
now, with the current situation where there's fluctuation here and there
in dollars,
are you sure that when you're repaying,
read the fine print before you take a loan?
Whether that
people always talk with two sides of your cheek.
It's not issue of. Listen, let me finish. I take loans from bank.
Okay.
There are policies. Sometimes it might be a fixed interest that would be capped.
Read the fine print.
Do you understand? So you have to read it and be sure that it is capped, because if it is determined. If the interest rate will be fluctuating as the dollar is fluctuating, I don't advise for you to take that loan, because you might end up spending much more than you.
But we are happy that they're encouraging the assembly.
I'm very happy.
So just that's the other side of the cheek. Moving on to Vanguard.
Nothing free in free time.
Again, Herdsmen invade Enugu, kill seminarian. That's a pregnant woman's stomach ripped open. 4 severely injured. Ugwuanyi summons emergency security meeting. Catholic bishop laments state of insecurity. We are at a loss. Traditional ruler. It's a Black Thursday. And a picture here of our governor, Amade, the vice president, Soludo, and others at the governor's lecture series in Kaduna. Niger Delta crisis. Some militant groups have contacted me, says Shoyinka. Prison, a good experience, says man who named dog Buhari. UBA records 166 billion naira gross earnings in first half, and 3,000 dock workers retrenched as 20 shipping companies shut operations.
I
That's
have
crazy.
those 2 stories.
That happened, I think, within a year or so.
Yeah.
This Fulani herdsmen killing, is it possible, for the president to actually
Address it.
show us that he's addressing the situation? It is wrong.
He's on his way to Nairobi.
Show us. I
At
like
least
that word.
that proof that yes, there's something being done.
He's on his way to Nairobi when he comes back. Moving on quickly to the workers.
3,000 that were retrenched.
Yeah, losing
workers.
their jobs because the shipping companies that they work for, they are relocating from Nigeria. And the major issue is Forex and government policies. They're saying that the government policies are not allowing them to make profits, so they're relocating. Maybe to Ghana, like the airlines have relocated.
I would like to connect that to the Soludo. Let's move on to Daily Sun. Soludo economy in deep trouble. Ex-CBN governor laments galloping inflation, rising poverty. Will fix Nigeria, Vice President Shibajo. Kalu, be patient with Buhari. 4 World Bank officials drown in Ikiti. Herdsmen attack Enugu again, kill Catholic seminarian. Boko Haram, sheriff demands apology to sue Borno commissioner. Rio 2016 disaster, Senate to probe sports minister. Shoyinka to Buhari, listen to militants now. Now, the Soludo story I was hoping to link was he was telling the government what to do. That first of all, you need to, yes, we are focused on agriculture, good idea, but that's not the whole solution. We need to revive, industrialize Nigeria, manufacturing. When it comes to this guy, the manufacturing companies are actually shutting down because they cannot actually get the raw materials. You've shut down 41 items that they cannot import, of which some of them use these materials to actually manufacture. So they need the manufacturing company to be revived also, not just focus on agriculture, because if you plant cocoa, get the cocoa, who's going to make it into chocolate? Who's going to export it?
Even in that agriculture, there are machineries that you use to process your farm produce.
Your produce.
Yes.
Those machineries, you import them from China.
Exactly.
Now, when you import them from China, you will not give those kind of people, what do they call it?
Tax break.
Tax break.
And-
what was it they gave for the BMW?
Duty waivers.
You will not give them waivers. Rather, you would give luxury items waivers. I mean, does it make sense?
They're not
Mariah,
giving waivers anymore right now.
2 ex-CBN governors are speaking. When we say we only just condemn and criticize, both of them giving
Offered.
solutions. So I think that our government, all of us at the government, we need to come together and say, what's the way forward? We all know the problem. What's the solution?
But I think now that they called the meeting and the vice president was also there, I think for them to even call Soludo in the first place, they're willing to listen.
Yeah.
So let's hope that they take this advice and move on. Last paper this morning is This Day. Niger Delta crisis. Shoyinka tells Buhari to engage militants. Again, herdsmen invade Enugu community, kill Catholic seminarian. Chibok families to Buhari, bring back our girls or resign. Bank CEOs intervene on ban of 9 banks from forex trading. And Osinbajo preaches hope as Ambode Kerry urge federal government to restructure economy. Any story that you guys read that
We missed the story
These lawyers, have you?
from Punch about
Yes.
the IDP people
Yes,
and how they had to block the road because they were not getting food allocated. And I just did a quick research to realize that in July, 27 trailers that was meant to deliver food to IDP camps in Adamawa diverted. A particular community said they only got 25 bags of rice that instead of weighing 250 kilograms was weighing 25 kilograms. This wasn't done by the government. This was done by people.
Officials.
And officials who are in charge of this people in the IDP camps. If people are not found doing their job well, fire them, prosecute them.
The vice, the deputy governor of the state at that time, immediately got there, he fired the entire committee. That were supposed to actually deliver this food. So I think he took action immediately.
Because they found out that the man was selling, they were selling those items that they diverted.
Yes.
You know?
It's crazy.
Food that is supposed to feed
Wickedness.
people that are homeless.
But wait, so why are we wicked?
We're just plain wicked. All the people killing people, they are evil.
Tearing open
Simple.
a pregnant woman.
How wicked can somebody be?
All right. Unfortunately, we cannot continue to lament. Let's see what we can do. That's all we can take on front page review. When we return on Hot Topic, how much should one be earning to start a family? And later, we have a celebrity guest, the producer of a really popular show. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Welcome back. This is going to see you people, don't worry. Recently, Twitter users in Nigeria are arguing on whether a man earning 20,000 naira per month should conveniently start a family. While some believe it's adequate, others claim it's not, especially when ladies are stating that Nigerian men make demands such that my wife must be submissive, she must have a job, she must know how to cook, she must do this, she must do that. They too also should be able to set standards for themselves and demand for a better life in order to start a family. So we ask you, how much should a man, not even a woman, earn to be ready to start a family? It's your view. Call us on 070-8066-8014. You can tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag your view TVC so we can read your tweets. I thought 20,000 naira made a lot of sense.
I thought it made a lot of sense too.
No,
because my calculation is that
if you are the
Hang in it, okay.
go ahead.
if my calculation is that if you pay your tithe of 10%,
You have 180.
you have 180. You save 30 out of the remaining. Let's say you have like 150, and you plan yourself for the month, like your monthly allocation for a house that will take care of your husband, wife, children, 50K. Two children, 50K. That leaves you with 100K that you can take out of it and save for your rent.
You know she's a Jebu.
She's not
I'm
for
in
real.
Jebu, 50K per month.
Wait, how much do you spend in your own house for food?
No, my house is bigger. I said 2 children,
No.
and you're cutting your coat according to the
your
material
baby
available.
just came and he's on breast milk, so he hasn't entered the budget yet. I'm talking about how much do your own family, your husband,
It's not
food.
Yeah, I've removed myself from that one. I actually don't do any shopping. My husband that does the shopping.
Okay, so that when we come to Jerry.
Please, I wanted to break down that her 180K that is remaining to say that if it is just the man earning it, you know that these days, by the time the woman adds a little to the pot, he may not be the one dropping money for cooking. But if it is full-time housewife, we're now left with 180,000
naira.
and start to calculate diesel. Just calculate petrol for him to go to the work that will bring the 200K.
In 1 month,
It's for about 40.
Yes, plus the house one.
So where will he stay?
doesn't have to
He
be
has to
taxi.
stay at Songwater, where the rent is about 200,000 a year for 3 bedroom flats.
This Lagos.
Yes,
But
Songo.
most, it's not in Lagos, it's outskirts.
Okay.
Or Iyanokpaja or Abule Egba. Then he will buy credits. Let us even say 1K a week. Conservatively, that's another 4K. Then he will eat outside. Then how much do they use for cooking? Maybe they will not be doing satellite TV at all.
Of course not.
In Nigeria of today, where the 200K is equal to $500, you must be richer than that to marry.
but you see the thing.
But let's be
For
frank.
200K is a whole lot of money, Murayo.
200K is a lot
How
of
many
money,
people are
but
earning 200K?
Think about a pot of soup. 1 pot of fried chicken, 2 kilo, for a family of
I
2
think you guys are
2 kilo
talking-
chicken is
1.5.
about 1.5 each. 1 kilo is 1.5. 2 kilo is about 3K. Then pepper now, let's just say good new part, let's be about and
500
that's
naira.
Let's even say 500.
let's 5,000 naira for a pot of soup, just the soup. There's the rice.
I don't know what kind of soup you are cooking. No, I'm an Ijebu
let
girl.
me finish.
I know how to cook very lace soup.
And you know-
Ogbono, 1 derica, 400 naira. Bitter leaf, 50 naira. If you want to put dry fish inside it, 500 naira. The soup is ready, man.
They're eating every day for 30 days. Every single day.
Oh,
You know, your own husband eats every day, every dinner.
Muriah,
That kind of husband, yes, who are Jerry?
People
Let me
should
let
stop
you.
sounding like this because you are living in Lagos. Don't use Lagos mindset to calculate this bill.
Okay, good one.
If you go to the north,
True.
you live in, quiet areas, that rent you even call 200,000 is even too much in some places. You will get a decent apartment. So I think we shouldn't scare people away. You people are using Lagos to analyze your
Even on Twitter
in the north. I can use 500 naira to make a very correct pot of soup.
Which country?
In Kaduna State, where we grew up.
Break it down.
I can, no, it's true now.
Break it down.
You can
How much is the pepper? How much is the oil?
You can buy 20 naira pepper.
Is it firewood?
Hold on. You can buy 20 naira pepper.
Seriously?
Yes. 20 naira pepper, you can buy 50 naira tomato. You can buy 50 naira onions.
In this country?
Yes, in this country. And people are still living and people are still surviving. 200,000 is a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
You are sounding like this because you live in Lagos. You have seen that in Lagos, for instance, in the area where we are in now. Rent is so crazy.
If your fiance earns 200,000 naira, just go relocate to Kaduna. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? No, we can't live in Lagos, so let's go to Kaduna.
No, I'm saying in
Is that what you're saying?
No,
I need to understand.
Even in this Lagos,
Yes.
that we are saying that is 200,000 and the person is earning, you will just make sure that you are living according to your means.
Yes.
It is only when you decide to now say you want to now live beyond what you can afford. That is when people still
Back
live
to the
in
argument,
people still live in houses where the salary is even 50,000 naira and they are living well.
But
So what are we saying?
Back to the issue. When a man now earns 200K and he will now say, woman, you need down to send me the food. You prepare breakfast, lunch, dinner. That was that was where the argument came from. That since your money cannot make me a full-time housewife and I am working as hard as you, then we should start cutting corners in terms of the standard of what you expect from me. I'll respect you, but you won't say that we'll both get home around the same time and then I have to now do pounded yam and cook fresh soup every day.
I wish
it
my
wouldn't
friend
work.
was here.
I have a
true life story.
We need to learn to be realistic. The community we live now, I was telling someone, I said, you cannot say you want to hold on to, you want to modernize on one hand, and then you still want to keep Nigerian culture when it is convenient for you. If you are modernizing, modernize.
But someone like me,
I have a friend.
Someone like me, I can manage 200K. But the problem is that you might not be able to build a future going forward because you need to save quite a bit going forward for your own for the future.
There are downtimes. Okay, let's picture that the man did not earn 200,000. All of a sudden, his income went down. There's a friend of mine, very close friend of mine. If you see her today, you would, when she starts to tell you the story, that there was a time, if she found 500 naira in her pocket, she would jump up and dance as Zonto. And she would carry that 500 naira, quarter chicken, that she knew how to get. And do you know the funny thing? She did not change the meal for her husband. She didn't change the meal. She will still make the same, because he likes all these finger things and all. She will still make the same thing. And she will still respect him. But if he's demanding you to kneel down and serve him food with a 200K salary, you can still do that.
I think you're right.
Yes.
No. I think 200K is a lot of money.
I'm not saying 200K is a lot of money. I'm saying the attitude that goes with the money. Where I was saying, making this discussion, the discussion among the men were like, I said, and the man Tule, the man said, how can your husband, your senior brother's wife be calling you name? By your name, you know, Yoruba, like you use brother Kineko. I'm like, see the way you're analyzing somebody else's family. You should kneel down and serve you food. I'm wondering, why are you bringing up all those rules? If a man has, we've decided to modernize that we're both partners in this relationship, we're both contributing towards the family, then in everything there's respect. But the attitude coming with it will be different from an attitude of I'm the man, I'm superior, you are the wife and you are far beneath me. That was the argument on Twitter.
Okay.
So it is not about the money. It's about the value proposition the money is coming with. What are
okay,
you
but
bringing
I
on
think
the
one thing Bukola, what's the name? Blessing, what's the chair center woman?
Oh, okay.
What she,
Ibukwa,
one thing she taught us was that what makes a man is not how much he earns. It's because he was ordained. So let's us not always put up with, because you're earning this amount of money, you earn my respect. So that's the attitude we should stop.
I say that look at lots of drivers in Lagos who earn 35 to 50K.
Yes.
But they live in their own houses. Mowe, their wives, a lot of them are full-time housewives, just taking care of children.
No,
full-time house in their petty trading in their house. Some of them full-time housewife. The man will have small, I better pass my neighbor generator that is buying 500 naira diesel, petrol into, and they still live their life. They are not living the modernized Lagos kind of life. Some of them will even still have small satellite TV that they are paying 1,000 naira per month for. So, and I'm talking about drivers with 50,000 naira salary.
Yes.
Talk less of 200,000.
So it's doable. So
Of
the
course.
argument that 200,000 naira is not a lot, is not
I
a
think that Murayo,
that doesn't
the
work.
issue is people on Twitter are the ones that want to buy Brazilian hair.
Eh.
They are the ones arguing they want to
Let
buy
me
the
take
latest
Abdulkarim
smartphone.
Let me take Abdulkarim.
Designer bag.
Designer
Abdulkarim
bag.
from
You
Yobe, are
can't
you
do
there?
that with 200k salary.
Yola, good morning,
Good
Marayo.
morning, Abdulkarim.
Yeah, this your talk is very, very important issue. 200,000 is not a small money when you live in the north. I have 7 children with my wife. We are 9 with my brothers. If I went to market, I do shopping of 1,000 naira.
Thank you.
I will eat in the morning, eat in the evening.
Thank you.
So depends
101.
on how you put your life. When you get
This Lagos live, eh?
Look, when I get 50,000 salary, I think I will survive more than person that is getting 250,000 naira.
In
They're
Lagos.
not.
Okay.
Because some people, they are comparing their life with their politician. That's where people facing problem.
Good.
So quote according to your size. Like, let's say now, I'm farmer. I get my food in the house. I get my stockfish. 1 carton is 10,000 naira now. From next month, it's going down less a bit. Tomato, 50 naira. I will not finish it in my house one day.
Jesus.
Yes.
Now in Yola.
Lagos
Yeah,
live.
we
But
use
the
tomato
only
50
thing
naira
we
in
have
Lagos.
problem of hard
Okay.
living because we doesn't move on a shop.
Thank you, Abdulkarim. I think we've learned something that if you're dating somebody, listen, Lagos life obviously is a mirage. It's giving you the wrong impression of real lifestyle. Real life.
it's like
So
New
what you
York
need to
in
do
America.
is if you're earning something, maybe you should move to the north. You want to live a
So
better
no,
Right,
you
life.
can
someone
live- you can live
earning
in
the
Lagos.
same salary
You can
as
live
you
in
are,
Lagos.
living in the north, will live like a
A
king.
billionaire.
A billionaire. The person will have houses, not even one.
But the
But you see,
Because
let me
how
tell you
much is
something.
land
But even
there?
in Lagos, you can actually. But the only thing with Lagos is that you do not allow yourself to be pressured into going to what do you
live in
call
Lekki.
eating pizza every day, taking ice cream, watching movies. You have to make sure that you are
Yeah.
living according to your means.
Yeah, yeah.
What he said, and which is true, my sister in Abuja, Joy, her compound, at the back of her compound, she left the space bare. She's going to be planting tomato, and a lot of people have, you know, the way they live abroad,
Small
they
farms.
have small gardens where you can pluck your pepper and go and cook. So you
Let
don't
me
even
see
have
some-
to spend money to
let's see
go
some
and even buy
tweets.
that tomato for 15 naira.
On tweets.
And I
One
was-
good thing he said was that
Oluwatoyin says, I can manage any amount with you. The annoying part is that the man will now come and be cheating on me. Kojo. Adekunle says, if I have that in Lagos, I will start a farm of mine. Wife and 2 kids comfortably anywhere in Lagos. 200k is okay in this current Naija.
Me that I'm talking,
your
I was earning about 60k at some time, and I was actually surviving.
Well,
Cut
I was
your
earning,
coats
I was,
according to the
I was earning
material.
I was earning
20K.
15,000.
I was
And
earning-
trust me, I saved enough.
I was earning 20k. I wasn't saving anything out of it.
No, me, I
Really
saved
more
though.
tweets. Clinton says, Tokpe, God bless you. You are a good manager of home. Emmanuel says, the amount is sufficient to start a family, understanding and live based on your means. Father's legacy says, how many young graduates earn 200k? You don't want guys to marry in here.
Okay. All right. So once you, just manage yourself.
cut your coat according to
your
material available,
that
and
you
then
have.
don't live up to the standard of politicians.
Yes.
They know how they earn their
Don't go
money.
and live in Lekki with a 200k salary, man. It ain't
Exactly.
gonna work.
Yeah. Well. If you have big dreams,
Live in
I was very.
Ekpe.
Oh, Jumoke, I have to tell you,
anywhere.
I was very
Otta.
foolish. Myself and my wife were very, very foolish.
We went to 1,004.
How much was your salary? 200k.
Kiakia, my husband said, mainland. Yeah. Kiakia, we pay.
And a lot of them live for
And we thank God that we made that decision to go back to the mainland because it was a foolish decision to go to the island. Anyway, that's what we can take. When we come back, in celebration of the Vlisco anniversary, Vlisco pays tribute to all African women who have always cherished and adored its fabrics, buying, picking 8 women from 6 different countries in Central and West Africa to be the faces of the 170 years campaign. This includes famous Grammy-winning African singer Angelique Kidjo, Hajia Zainab, Bako Oriola, Mrs. Celestina Obasi, Ejiro Amos Tafiri. There will be lots of activities and events throughout the year. To get more information on this, you can go to visco.com and get more information, all right? Let's take a break now. When we return, we'll have a special guest on the couch. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Welcome back. Now we have Jadesola Oshiberu, is a producer, director, and film writer who created an online TV platform called Ndani TV, and it's also a well-known show called Giddy Up. The movie Isoken. Yes, the film Isoken. She left her banking job to follow her interest in media communications. Jadesola Oshiberu obtained a degree in communication systems engineering from the University of Manchester and a master's in media and communications from the Pan-African University. Welcome to the show.
Yay.
Hi, Jadesola.
Hello. Hi.
So, how long have you been in TV?
About 4 years now, I think.
How has it been? I know the industry can be crazy. So, how has it been getting into and having this content that everybody just loves?
Right. Thank you. Well, it's been a very interesting journey. It's been a steep learning curve for me because I came from engineering. Yes, I have a master's in media and comms, but prior to that, I mean, I worked in channels for a while as a journalist, but apart from that, that was my first experience in the media, was creating Ndani TV and then recruiting a team of people together, so technical, camera, sound, everybody, and writing scripts and all of that. But it's something I've dreamt about since I was about 13. So,
wow.
Jadi, you have to tell us so that we can learn from your story how, while you were working in the bank, you knew your purpose, you knew who you were, to the level that you could bring out a media department in your bank to push as a marketing tool, you know, your bank, and it has sold so well. I was saying, we don't know you, I've not seen rumors has it, you know. Tell us the story.
I mean, so I was very lucky actually. When I got into GT Bank, management was just changing and they wanted to grow their brand. And all of us had to think about new ideas. And when I presented the idea for Ndani TV, the management jumped on and they were very excited by it. I mean, the bank was already very innovative. So, you know, they were excited by the idea. And then when we started off, I feel like nobody understood what we were doing. It felt like, why would a bank be doing something like this? It felt so
different.
So different and so new. And everybody was quite resistant to it initially, but when they started to see the content and started to see what people now started to really engage with it, and I think the idea for it has proven itself because we wanted to not just do traditional advertising, but to reach out to customers and engage with them the things that they're already interested in, and that's worked out pretty well for us. So
So how did you come up with the script Giddy Up? Because I know that was a fantastic.
You know what's so funny about it? I opened up my laptop after we had produced Giddy Up, and I saw a document that I had from maybe 4 or 5 years before where I'd said listed a number of things that I wanted to do. One of it was a TV show, right? So it's not something that was new at the time. It's something I'd been dreaming about for a long time. The opportunity just finally arrived. And when opportunity meets, we're prepared. Exactly, preparation.
You know, when I hear you speak, I'm really excited. And I know that a lot of people have dreams, but there's also that thing that they get comfortable. So what made you not to get comfortable to just say, you know what?
I'm getting my salary.
Since I'm getting my salary, let me just stay. I'm no longer
dreaming,
you know. So they now push their dreams aside and just follow something.
I honestly think about a bit of it is personality. So when you have dreams, and from a very early childhood, I think I've always been very expressive in my ideas and the way I've gone about things, and I've always dreamt about the thing that I want. No matter, I mean, for a long time I didn't want to get a job because I thought that would happen to me. That's what everybody always said, that you get a job, you probably get married, have children, and then
that's it.
Exactly, it would not become priority anymore. And I was so afraid of that. But I think honestly, if you have a dream, there's something burning your inner spirit or soul or something, it will pushing you, except you choose to repress it. And even when you do, you will be terribly unhappy and dissatisfied. So you're going to,
Okay, to follow up on that question, when you now finally decided that, you know what, this is it, and need to move on.
Yes.
Yes, the bank gave you a
Platform
platform,
to start
but what other channels, you know, did you go through to say, okay, this is my dream? Because we send dreams to people.
Yes.
You will just wake up in Nigeria, somebody has stolen your dream.
Bam.
So where with that fear, you know.
I understand. So when I left GT Bank, my mother, everybody was afraid. Why would you leave GT? You're doing so well, you're doing all of this. And I knew that whilst I was there, I couldn't completely pursue my own dream, and I wanted to make a film. So the first thing was, where am I going to get this money from? So I went everywhere, proposing, you know, proposals, all of that. Nobody. People were more willing to give me money for my wedding than they were to give me money for a film and for business, because people just thought, Nollywood, pirated DVDs, I beg, but for a party, of course, let's spend millions. Then I applied for a loan at the BOI, and the loan took over a year. It took almost 2 years to come. And in that time, that's the thing people don't understand. When the thing happens, everybody's like, oh, it's so amazing. And you know, you guys, overnight, this thing just happened. Exactly. The process can be painful. It can be slow, exactly. It can
you
be
took a loan from BOI?
I did take a loan from the BOI, yes. They have this Nollywood fund at the BOI, and you apply for it. I mean, I think they've given about 10 projects now. So that's how I finally got the funding for the film.
Fantastic. Well, one of the reasons why we wanted to bring you on, because we wanted to inspire young people out there. People have ideas, and just like she already said, it's good for you to tell us how you started, which is good. Now, what is the future? What are you working on? I know online TV is getting big now. People are coming up with different ideas. What do you think is the future of this online platform, and do you think is sustainable going forward, so people can?
I mean, so what the mistake people typically make is they imagine that online will take over everything and nothing else would exist, and TV will die and cinema will die. But that's not the case. Everything will work together. So for instance, in distributing my film now, it's a diverse distribution strategy. So there's the role of cinema, there's the role for DVD, there's the role for Netflix and other on-demand online platforms. And going into the future, online will expand here. That's what will happen. I mean, the moment broadband becomes cheaper and more easily accessible, more people will be watching content online. And because of the freedom it also gives you, you don't have to wait for a certain time for your show to come on. You can click whenever you like. But does that mean it will completely replace TV? I don't think so. Does that mean it will completely replace cinema?
No.
I definitely don't think so.
Okay, so on the part of crossing over from banking into media, there are a lot of people are struggling with being in the bank and being entrepreneurial. Yes. Can you give us a background? Were you working, doing some other side business even while you were in the bank? Right. Something to give us a background and somebody else an encouragement.
I honestly think that for different people, different strategies will work. For me, I don't know how to split my energy like that. If I'm doing something, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
So for instance, with Indani, the whole time when we were building it, I was 100%. There almost 24/7. I was sleeping at the office. I was working. You know, that's the sort of person I am. I think that for me, what that did was it trained me for my own business. Because if you do somebody else's business half-heartedly, the chances are you will build that habit for yourself. And when you get into your own business, you don't even know how to build your own business. But some people know how to do that. On the side, I know women who maybe do cupcakes on the side or sell clothes on the side. Some people are successful at that. That's just not my own way.
Your energy is one project.
I need to focus.
And you focus.
Yes, I need to focus. That's sort of person.
So apart from the movies that you're doing and all that, what else do you do to unwind? Like ladies, they always just say, what are ladies doing? Women, okay, getting married or relationship. What else is what is there about you that we should know? Really, that you think somebody else wouldn't just guess?
Right. I mean, so this is terrible, but I probably work 90% of the time, or maybe 85% of the time.
Wow.
I know. I mean, I'm trying to balance a bit more now. What do I do? Because I'm so passionate about what it is and I enjoy what I do, half the time when I'm not even doing it, I'm thinking about doing it.
Wow. I feel you.
Where is the space for the man?
The men will come. They will come.
But do you get into that whole, because obviously I like your energy, and I think it's something that I know because I have that kind of energy also. Now sometimes you have so much power inside, you want to get out, but how has it been convincing people to understand? Because people always say, oh, you're emotional, oh, you just want to do this. How has it been in getting people to just understand, to get it? How did you cross that?
So I think that for some people, they understand the passion with which I speak, and so instantly, and that was my experience, especially at GT Bank. When they recognized the passion, it meant that this person will see this thing through, and they were comfortable with it. But I've also met a lot of opposition where people think that means that I'm bullish or I'm emotional or irrational. I'm just thinking about, there's no thought behind what I'm saying because it feels so passionate.
Spontaneous.
But it's not any of that. There's a lot of thinking that goes beyond behind everything that I'm saying. But I understand what you mean. Right now, actually, I'm working on really balancing that out because I know that it's more effective to communicate more,
Calmly?
Yeah, and less passionately. People tend to listen a bit more. Yeah.
Let's take a quick break. When we return, we'll take some tweets and phone calls for Jadisola. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Welcome back. It's Your View. You can still call us on 070-8066-8014. Now, what's your thoughts on the movie industry? Do you have any calls, tweets, please?
There's one. Adebayo says, ladies, you all look fabulous and beautiful. Your guest looks great too. Nice.
All right, so the movie industry. Now, so far, we've seen in Dynamic TV, what kind of content should we be looking out for? Because, as you said, once the bandwidth expands, people will be probably watching movies for hours online. But in the meantime, what's hip? What are people watching, and what's good for online TV?
I think besides even online TV, we're talking about the movie industry in general. I think that it's a very exciting time. Things are really, really growing. And if you see, for instance, in the cinemas, how many good quality, initially maybe 4 or 5 years ago, it was only Kunle Afolayan who was making good quality films. Now there's Moabudu, they're also producing high quality content as well, including myself, I guess. So I'm making a film now. So the movie industry is expanding. It's funny enough, in the economy right now that is experiencing a bit of a recession, Nollywood is actually experiencing a growth.
Because we want entertainment now.
Yeah,
we want to relax.
Let me take the video. So for those that don't know Jadisola's work, watch this.
You help me set up a meeting with your dad tomorrow. I'm trying to get some funding for my business. I'll see what I can do.
I'm trying to build an online store for my I'm happy and everything is great. You see my life, my success, that's all I need.
I will host this television show. It's going to be a big hit. Trust me, not everything is as it seems.
Sokumbo. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to assure you.
Eki, please. Eki, wait. It's no...
Good stuff.
It just threw me back into rumor has it. Your relationship... sorry, I said your relationship. Your soaps are usually... they have relationships that draw you in. I just saw one episode on Facebook, and ever since then I'm waiting every Friday when it's released and all of that. Tell us about that. How do you buy into what the audience wants,
right,
so that you capture us so much, you draw us into what you do?
I think it's a bit of two things. So first of all, I spend a lot of time observing what people are watching, what they're doing on the internet, what they're saying, how they're reacting to things on social media. So I don't just use social media to engage or to post things for myself. I'm observing. Okay. That's the first half. Second half is these things also come from within. Yeah. Right? So you need to, as a writer, you need to connect to something.
Do you write your script yourself?
Most of it I write myself. Yeah.
Okay, let me take Gloria from Otta. Gloria, are you there?
Yes, I'm there. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning. Let's go ahead.
Yes, Ma'am Shola, I really celebrate you. I've been seeing your work, and I know you've been doing a very lovely work. I really celebrate you, Ma'am. And then, this is the first topic you discussed earlier. I would like to address one issue. If I do, please, I would like to tell you something. I literally lost my parents when I was very young, at a very tender age. And I was left with 3 siblings. Then I was a teacher, and I was earning 10,000 naira a month. Let me tell you something. I was able to take care of my siblings. No, I actually planned. I planned with the money. I was able to take care of my siblings. And I think I saved with that same money. And right now, I can proudly tell you that my immediate sister is a graduate from Moshudabela Polytechnic, and my brother is also going to Lagos State Polytechnic. And my younger sister is in SS2 now. She already received her results, and she's promoted to SS2, as I'm talking to you. Though I'm working in a better place and I'm earning a little bit better, but I think when you save and you plan, no matter the amount of the money.
Thank you very much, Gloria. I think generally we're trying to echo what was being said on social media, because the arguments were, oh, you have this money, you have that, but thanks for sharing that story. Fantastic
story.
Yes.
Now, with picking your cast,
Okay.
There's this new, as the new vibe is coming in the
New Nollywood
new Nollywood people. There's always repeated faces. Like you always see the same. Like if I see someone, I just know where the movie is headed. You know, so it's like a repetitive. What's it called? Is it that producers are lazy in looking for new people, or they are just saying, you know what, I know this person's work and I'm comfortable with it, I stick with it.
They're using their faces to sell.
Yeah. I was going to say, I think it's, I don't know if it's laziness. I think it's just, you want to be safe. You're investing money. So you, especially if you've invested some money in the past with this person, they've succeeded, you want to keep investing so you can grow that person's career as well. Because again, filmmaking is like any other business, to be honest. You're in it to make money back. So if, for instance, somebody has invested, like in this one that you said, Falling, and some, the first film she did with, I can't remember the producer, if they're doing another film and they're putting more money in the chances that they might use her again, because A, they have a relationship, B, she's been proven to sell. So yeah.
Wow.
Let me take Onye. Onye, good morning. Are you there?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. Please go ahead.
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Hello.
I really appreciate your program. I'm actually a first-time caller.
Welcome to the show.
And you are all looking very beautiful.
Thank you.
I want to speak to the guest celebrity.
Yes.
Jadeshola, right?
Yes.
I really appreciate your strength and your desire in what you're doing. It's really telling a lot that whatever you want to do in life, you can actually achieve it. God bless you for putting this together and encouraging other youth to do something better with their life. Yes, I really appreciate you. And to my lady, my best lady, I like the buba you're wearing. You're looking very beautiful.
Mama, you're banning me, swagger.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, take care. Thanks for
calling.
calling.
Let me take a few tweets for Jadisola. People are loving you on Twitter. Oluwaseun Kazim says, it's great to have Jadisola in the house. I love her energy. I believe most girls today should emulate her. Murewa says, from skinny girl in transit to rumor has it, Jadisola is really good at what she does. I need a friend like Jadisola. Then, is 50 says, never knew you did the Indani TV show. Great work and love your energy and smartness. Adekunle says, I like your guest because she broke out to pursue her dream. Last one, MC Soundwars says, please ma'am, Jadi, I'm a creative writer with superb scripts. I need your help. I can act and direct too. Can I get your contact?
So
mentorship.
Yeah, good mentorship, and also, are you looking for scripts? Are you looking for new
Are you
ideas?
looking for new actors? I am available.
Scripts, definitely. I mean, I get phone calls all the time saying, where can we find good scripts? And one of the reasons I actually went into script writing was because I was struggling to find good scripts, actually. I always say I'm a reluctant writer. I don't really want to write. So yes, if you find talented people that can actually write very good scripts, definitely. Mentorship, funny enough, I usually shy. In fact, this is my first interview. I shy away from anything in the public or even speaking.
Why?
And so,
I
was saying before that I'm all about the work, but now I understand that you have to do more than that.
You have to balance.
Yeah. So yesterday actually was at Unilag.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, they had this mid-year with their mass comm students, and it was a very fulfilling experience. In fact, I want to do a bit more. Yeah.
Relationship?
If you
Yes, I've asked before, but I want to
sign. Oh yeah, let's take applications.
Okay, there's nobody
So she's
there.
receiving applications.
Nobody for now. No.
Right. Yeah, I mean, well, we can see your work, so it's good that you're doing your work so that people find you doing your work. So the right man finds you doing your work, and then he appreciates what you're doing.
I have a question.
If somebody has a good concept,
Yes.
has everything and all that put in place, and you see that it's good, is it? I mean, are you in that place where you can actually help support that project?
I mean,
Production.
To be honest, it depends.
Okay.
Sometimes, and this is why a lot of people are very reluctant to hear people's ideas, because people imagine again that their ideas are very unique. So you never know if somebody else had been thinking about that idea before. When you bring it to the person, it might be very similar to something that they've been thinking. So usually I don't actually like to listen to concepts. Go and write your script, bring your script. If we like it or whatever, then we can collaborate and do something. But don't come to me with a concept, because very easily
before you now say I stole it.
And to be fair, like as I said, in my experience, concepts are not that unique.
Yeah,
they're not.
yeah. Everybody has an idea. I tell them.
Exactly.
People come to me and say, you know, even my grandmother and my driver has an idea. So
everybody.
let us. All right, that's all we can take. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Adesola.
It was a pleasure.
It was fun having you on the show.
Thank you very much.
That's all we can take. It's a wrap. Have a lovely, fabulous weekend. See you Monday. Bye-bye. Right.